Gayton McKenzie just threatened a bunch of black kids. I am shocked. I am shocked. A sitting minister, a member of parliament, a person that is meant to serve the people of South Africa, just threatened the people of South Africa, threatened a bunch of black kids. What? What? I am really shocked. Remember those black kids from the Open Chat podcast that made racist and offensive remarks against the colored community, saying that the colored community practice incest, they are crazy and they are violent. I reported about it last week. Well, after the kids said that, it has caused an outrage within the colored community. Some calling for Gayton McKenzie to cancel these kids, take away their podcast. Cancel them, fire them, punish them to the last degree. But it's so funny that the colored community never said anything about DA Ronaldo Gauss, DA politician Ronaldo Gauss, when he spoke about black peoples, calling them the N racial slur word, the K racial slur word, and calling for their unaliving. The colored community, there was no outrage within the colored community. They didn't care about us. So suddenly they want black kids to be cancelled. Double standard much? Colored communities, one thing about the colors, right? They will confront everybody except white people. Yeah, they lick where the sun don't shine. When it comes to white people, the colored community lick where the sun don't shine. Anyway, Gayton McKenzie was just sat down on a podcast and threatened a bunch of black kids for their offensive remarks against the colored community. Check out this clip.
Now, this is deeper. This is deeper than just what transpired between us and them. These kids don't know that in every race there's some people that takes things out of their hands. People didn't see the call that was like, can somebody give us the address of those kids? Mm-hmm. Where does these kids go? And I was the one that called those people. I said, no, don't do that. I'm handling this. But people don't see that. Those kids don't know who they're messing with. Not in me, but every race there's people that will take anything.
Okay. He said every race has a certain group of people that will go to the ends of the world to fight for their community, to fight for their identity, their integrity, that will take things out of hand. So the colored community found out that they were being discriminated against. So they planned or cahooted with thugs or whatever, I don't know. They cahooted and found addresses of these young kids so they could teach them a lesson. For what? For being discriminated against. Colored people should stop behaving like they're the only race in this world to be discriminated against. Indians get discriminated against all the time, but you don't see them going, yeah man, we are going to kill them. You don't see them causing this outrage. What's with the drama? One thing about colored people, once they want to be recognized or they want to be the center of attention, they talk. They just talk. They do things out of pocket. But I'm not surprised. These kids did call the colored community violent, and Gayton McKenzie doubled down on that statement and said, hey, in order to prove that you are indeed colored, you have to be violent. You have to break your bones or break, I don't know. Check out this clip.
Do you know that from the age of 10, I so badly wanted to kill anybody.
Wow.
Like, it's something that people don't grasp. We colored boys, when we grew up, we call it, you've made your bones. Have you made your bones? So if you've not killed somebody there, you've not made your bones. You can't lie about killing somebody because they know we live. And I grew up wanting so badly to kill people.
So Gayton is agreeing with those kids that colored people are violent. It's not a stereotype anymore. You guys are living proof. Why would you find the address of someone that just discriminated you? Why do you behave like you're the only race in this world to be discriminated against? Why are you fighting violence with violence? And then Gayton McKenzie trying to act holier than thou and saying, yeah, there are some colored people that called me and say we have the address of these people. What must we do? And Gayton says, yeah, I told them to stand down. Let me handle this. And then what? You're trying to paint yourself as a leader that called for a ceasefire between coloreds and blacks. You're trying to paint yourself out as the hero, and we should be thankful for what? What should we thank you for? What should we thank you for? I called them down. Don't worry, I got this. I'm the call them out for what? If anything, I probably Gayton is the one that got those addresses of those kids. And a lot of people on X are alleging a lot of serious heavy crimes against Gayton, including kidnapping, including human trafficking, a lot of things. A lot of things on social media people are accusing Gayton McKenzie of. Those are allegations that they are not proven. So we'll leave it at that. But the fact that you felt the need to go on a platform and say, yeah, I called for a ceasefire between the colored and black communities because the colored communities was acting right on brand by being violent, by finding addresses of little kids so that they can go teach them a lesson, so they can show them how violent we are. I called for a ceasefire. Don't worry, I am a leader. I am a hero. Thank me. What are you trying to do? Score brownie points with the black community so we can vote for you in the next elections? If anything, you just proved us right. If anything, you proved those kids right. If anything, like you guys are not the first people to be discriminated against. Oh my gosh, colored people and their outrage and the drama. What are they trying to prove? That they can get violent so that white people can say, hey, the colored community hates black people, so we must keep them closer. To them, you're still considered second class. To them, you are still considered less than. Without black people, white people we're going to use colors. If we can't be white people's maids, if the black people can't be white people's maids, guess who's going to be the maid next? Guess who's going to be the garden boy and girl next? Ooh, guys are not better than us. Those days of you being considered second-class citizens and better than black people is over. This is the new era. This is democracy. This is 1990. This is post 1994. We are doing it different. We are doing it together this time. So just sit there. Whatever anger and grudge you have against black people, you are not the only ones. Join the line. Join the line. Steercom. Every time all you do is steercom. When has steercoming ever solved crime? Don't come for black people. Don't come. I called for a ceasefire. I said don't do anything. I got the addresses of these people. Don't do anything. We don't care whether you can have addresses, you can have makeup artist names, you can have their school names. Yay, you can have their parents. Yay, you dare try us. What do you think about the segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the